You are now watching Inside with Noni Ayana, and I am your host, Noni Ayana. We're going to do my 5 facts about sex, except this time we're going to do my 5 sexual pet peeves about men. Putting the condom on incorrectly. You would think some guys would have this down, but I guess not. We're going to need you to know how to put these on. Do they have directions on here? I guess not. Well, I guess that would make things more complicated. You want to come around here so we can show them how to put the condom on? No? Okay. So I got my girl Lachey. She's going to tell us how to put the condom on correctly.
Good morning, Noni. It's Lachey again. Good to see you, girl. Well, great. I'm going to go ahead and get your group and your distinguished guests into the space of protecting penises and vaginas and anuses and all those other things when it comes to putting on a condom, right? So you want to make sure that you and your partner or partners are engaging in a sexual activity that you both want. You want to check your condom to see if there's an expiration date. You definitely want to make sure that you have air on the inside of the pocket. That's just to make sure that the condom itself is fresh and that it's lubricated and all the other good parts, right? You know, most people want to rip it all off and be really sexy and things like that. Yeah, save that till the condom is on, all right? Let's make sure we get it out of the package well. You really just want to take your fingers, thumb and forefinger, rip right down the package, okay? But more importantly, you want to make sure that the penis is erect because it's going to make putting on the condom much smoother. If you put your condom on and your condom doesn't roll, right? You're like, whoa, okay, whoa, it's not rolling down. That's because it's on backwards. You don't flip it over. You throw it away and you get you another one. And the reason is because if there's any infection on the top of the penis, if you flip it over, you've essentially put it right back inside of whatever cavity or orifice you're going to put it back in. So that's what you don't want to do. When you put your condom on, you're going to want to squeeze this tip, right? Because you want to get as much air out as possible. Semen comes out of the penis at like 35 miles an hour. And now you just want to roll your condom down the penis. So at this point, you're going to run your fingers down the penis and get as much air out of the condom as you possibly can. You can insert this into the mouth, into the anus, into the vagina. What we're going to do now is remove the condom. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold that reservoir tip, which would at this point be full of semen, okay? You're going to pull it away and you're just going to roll it down the penis, okay? It's going to be full of semen down here. Best thing to do now is to tie a knot in it. Make sure that we don't have any extra leakage, right? No, you don't flush it down the toilet. You throw it away. Condoms have clogged up more toilets than I can tell you. I got more people getting in trouble with their grandmama, aunties, cousins, because their toilet done got stopped up because there are condoms in it. So really what you want to do is you want to, if you can, tuck it back into the package. Just don't flush it, all right? So I'm Lachey, human sexuality major, finishing up my PhD at Widener University, as well as a professor at 2 colleges here in Maryland, in the Baltimore region, as well as a coordinator at the Johns Hopkins University. So if there's anything you want to get in touch with me about, feel free to give me an email at dharve13@jhmi.edu. Thanks again, Noni. Talk to you soon, sweetie. Peace.
Thank you, Shay. All right, let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is of concern to me because the hip-hop industry would have you to believe that beating that thing up is the way to do it. No, you do not have to near bruise the cervix in order to prove your manhood. So just try to find that balance between gentle and aggressive, and then you might have a little something going on there. Okay, what am I on? Number 3. Yes, number 3. Dang, I forgot. Kind of got distracted. Number 3, I like to call it poor transitioning. And I mean switching from the one position to the next position. Yes, nothing worse than a brother that lacks finesse. So, a girl doesn't like to be kneed and elbowed. It just makes things awkward and it's just not sexy. Which moves on to my next one, number 4. Using the woman's body as leverage to prop yourself up to go to that next position, not cool. I even had a girlfriend tell me that her man would often use her breast as leverage. Don't hurt the girls. That's just not cool. They precious, soft, cuddly. Anyway, and now we get to number 5, which seems to be quite the problem with young men these days. And I'm talking about semen in the eye. Oh my gosh. What I don't understand is how some men, yes, do have a problem peeing in the toilet, pee all on the rim, but you manage to get it directly in the eye. I just find that astonishing. Oh my gosh. Highly irritating, and it's just a big no-no. So try to have some better aim, okay? Alright, so those are my 5 sexual pet peeves about men. Now,
where should we aim at?
Anywhere in the face. You just, you know, not the eye. You can do like the mouth, you know what I'm saying? Something. I don't know. Be creative. Just don't get in the eye. Please don't get in her weave. That's probably a big no-no too. Yeah. So, those are my pet peeves. Now, what I want you to do is go to the website insidewithnoniayana.com. That's NONIAYANA. And I want you to reply with your sexual pet peeves. Bye.